unbeaten fighters and major performers. I can't tell you how excited I am about this.
James Elder, IFL TV, MTK Global. With me I've got Danny, Cassius, Connor. We're on the road today. Firstly, how are you, Dan?
I'm good, James. How about you, mate?
I'm
good?
I'm not too bad, mate. I'm not too bad. How's life treating you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. I just signed with a little promotional deal yesterday, didn't I, with Joey Pyle, and there's no art promotion, so I'm happy about that. It's put me in a bit more of a positive frame of mind about the last few months and that. So yeah, I'm happy now, mate. I'm looking forward to pressing on and hopefully getting an English title shot, and then going forward to that, mate. Really.
Do you feel your career needed that, Dan? You've taken a lot of fights recently on the road. I know you had a fight in Doncaster as well. Do you feel you needed that sort of local base, if you like, somewhere you can sell tickets and get fights locally?
Yeah, definitely, mate. You know what it is, yeah. We've lately it's been going like starting from the beginning. Like me and Alec, like, obviously I split up with Alec, and to be
Alec being long time trainer.
Yeah. I was with Alec 8 years, mate. I've been a pro 8 years. I was with James Cook for my first fight, and then I went with Alec, and I've been with Alec 8 years. And we were together a long time, mate. Things went wrong with us in the gym, and you know, there's loads of issues. Like, not really that I'm going to say anything about what went on, because that's between me and Alec. You know what I mean? It's a private thing. But we had our little fallout or whatever, and then I ended up leaving the gym halfway through the Maxie Hughes camp, and that fucked me, mate. You know, like it was mentally and psychologically, it messed me up a bit. I didn't realise how much of an effect it would have on me, to be honest. And it weren't until after the Hughes fight. Listen, I'm not taking nothing away from Maxie Hughes, because he done well and he done what he had to do on the night. Fair play to him. But it weren't until after the fight that I sat down and thought, Jesus, like, what had actually happened, and it all sort of hit me, and it was like, it was unbelievable, James. You know what I mean? I've never really had that before, and on top of that, I had loads of weight to lose for the fight. Maxie Hughes is a really good fighter. He's a top fighter, but listen, hopefully one day down the line I can do it with him again. He's fighting Sam Bowen, ain't he? I think Bowen will beat him, to be honest. So listen, I'd love to get on with Maxie Hughes again when I'm 100%. But anyway, yeah. So I think, to be quite honest, I needed to get back to my local base, and I just need to build up again. And you know, after the Boylan fight, I've never had no sort of promoter that's shown an interest and that's really wanted to put me out there for an English title fight. I was supposed to fight O'Hara the fight after I beat Boylan. I was mandatory for the English, and I was going to fight him. And then Eddie offered me the winner of Hibbert and Martin, and obviously I said yes. To be quite honest, I thought it was an easier fight than O'Hara, which turned out to be Hibbert. Like, Hibbert's my mate, Wayne's my mate, but I thought it'd be an easier fight than O'Hara at the time, and it was more money and for a better belt. So I said to Eddie, look, don't take the O'Hara fight, but like, give up your mandatory spot for that or whatever, and I'll get you the winner. And then when obviously Hibbert beat Tommy, he didn't fight me. Eddie didn't make the fight. So I've been on a bit of a mad one, mate. I was fighting journeymen and fighting, you know, it was just a bit weird. It was like I had no sort of final destination sort of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? It was just, I was just treading water. So yeah, now I've got, like, Joey's helping me out. I've known him since I was a kid, and his dad was like best mates with my granddad or whatever, so we go back years, me and Joe. So now obviously it's good just to get that home base, and hopefully I'll get pushed on, and I've got a promoter who's behind me, and he's who's trying to work for me, which is good.
8 years with Alec Wilkie.
Yeah, mate.
Man should get some sort of medal, some sort of knighthood,
I know,
some sort of award.
If you say that to him now, he'll probably agree with you, because you know we had a little bit of a fallout, like I said when I left. But listen, no matter what, me and Alec went through a whole lot together. Do you know what I mean? And I will always be grateful for him, because
you know you can be a little bit highly strung at times, Dan. So
100%, mate. 100%. I'm a miserable bastard. Do you know what I mean? All the time, like I'm either one or the other. My wife goes mad at me. She says I'm either mental, like ADHD kid, or I'm like in the depths of despair and depression. Do you know what I mean? So you can see what Alex had to put up with for the last 8 years. And look, no matter what, I love Alex. Do you know what I mean? He was the best. He sat in my father's seat at my wedding. So I've not got nothing bad to say about Alex. We come to the end of our time together. I think we started grating on each other in the end. And I think we just needed a fresh start, and that was it. And you know, Alex a wicked trainer, mate. He's a top trainer, honestly. As far as the training goes, I can't say a bad thing about Alex. You know what I mean? At all. But it was just time to move on. So
you've got a new promoter, as you mentioned. You've got a new trainer in Adam Martin.
Yeah.
Do you feel that this is the stability you need at this stage of your career? Because you are coming to what would be the sort of
the twilight of my career.
Twilight.
Mate, I'm 32 this year. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's time to start pushing on now. Adam's a wicked trainer, mate. I've known him since I was young. I was at the Fitzroy Lodge with Adam, and when it was like became apparent that me and Alec weren't going to really sort things out on a boxing sort of level, I thought there was no one else. Actually, that's a lie. I asked Eddie Lamb to if he would consider training me as well at the same sort of time as I'd asked Adam, but Eddie said no because he's friends with Ricky Boylan, and he didn't want that to come in between his thing with him and Ricky Boylan, which I respect. I like Eddie as a man. He's a lovely fella. And then obviously at the same time Adam was like, look, you know, you can always come down to my gym sort of thing whenever you want. So I went down there. Really and truly, I think Eddie Lamb didn't want to get done with a Bernie spoon. I think that's the real reason.
I think you're driving him mad.
I think that's the reason he didn't want to train me, because he knew I would do him with a Bernie spoon down the gym. But nah, listen, he's Ricky's mate, so I appreciated that. And listen, to be quite honest, it was never like a first and second choice thing. Adam's always been a good friend of mine. Do you know what I mean? So I was always going to go with Adam, sort of thing. So yeah, he's wicked. He's a really good trainer, mate. We work well together. He tells me what, you know, to use my strength, sort of thing, which is, it sounds like a kind of basic that you would tell someone to use their strengths, but sometimes trainers don't do that, and you know, they try and make you fight a certain way. But me and Adam are really good, and we've got a wicked gym as well with like Jamie Carley, who's flying at the moment, Dan Morley, who's fighting soon. He's got a massive, you know,
that's making a debut.
Yeah, Dan Morley on the 14th. He's got a massive career ahead of him. He's wicked, mate. Been bashing me up in sparring. Louis Adolphi, you know what I mean? We've got a wicked gym at the moment. Jermaine Williams, sorry, I'm not going to say everyone, but yeah, Jermaine Williams, Hey Sam, and that. There's a wicked gym, so we're all buzzing off each other.
Fight date for yourself, anything penciled in, anything booked in?
It's going to be July, mate. It's going to be July. But like I said, I'm in full-time training at the moment, thanks to Darren Edwards, A.G. Edwards and Sun Demolition. So, you know, I'm buzzing about that, really happy about that. And like I said, it should be the end of July now. The end of July that I box. So we're just waiting on a certain date. But Joe's told me it's going to be down, and hopefully it's going to be an English eliminator. So that'll be good. Also, while I'm on the subject, I want to challenge someone to a fight. It can be at the Westcroft in July.
Anyone in particular?
Yeah, Karina Hercock. Do you know her?
Don't.
She's like a Facebook troll, and she gives everyone stick on Facebook. She's giving everyone abuse. She's giving a horror abuse. You know, it just seems that she gets on everyone when they're in there, like when they're having a bad time. Recently, I pulled out of the CR Osgood fight because Louis Adolphi smashed me up in sparring, basically. And
was that a genuine reason?
Yeah, that was a genuine reason, mate. Honestly, I had a bad injury in sparring after Louis. Louis another one who's gonna absolutely ruin whatever division he's in, because he's unreal.
Reschedule of the Sarah Osgood fight, or
mate,
is that out the window?
Listen, I am 100% game for that. 100% game to fight CR. I beat CR every day of the week, mate. I know that everyone's raving about him and they think he's good, but I just don't see that in him. I think he's another Evangelou, and I think, you know, just he's hyped up. He's not boxed no one good. He boxed Danny Parsons, and Parsons, if he'd have stepped it up a little bit, would have beat him. Parsons was smashing him all over the gaff, mate. And listen, CR, I know I'd beat CR. I know I would beat. People want to talk rubbish and say that I was scared to fight CR. You're having a joke, mate. Man's got like 1 knockout in his however many fights he's had, and that's a fight that if they want me to take that fight, I'll take that fight, no problem at all, mate. But like I said, I've got to do what's right for me, and you know, it wasn't right for me at the time. I was injured, it hampered my camp, and I'm not going in there in a 50-50 fight against someone like that, less than 100%. Simple as that, mate. So if anyone's got a problem with the fact that I didn't box, can suck my nuts, mate, yeah, because it's my career on the line, and that's all there is to it. So Joe's got a different plan for me, but like I said, MTK are my managers, and I'm sure we could get that fight. If they want that fight, then we'll go. I'm more than willing to take that fight. But Jamie Carley will take that fight also. Jamie Carley will take that fight in a heartbeat. He's on holiday, so he can't do
match make for Jamie Carley when he's on holiday.
Well, he's going on holiday, but when he comes back, he'll happily fight CR. Do you know what I mean? So, Jamie, what about? I mean, listen. There's plenty of fighters out there, but I'll fight him. I'll go up a weight and fight him. I'm a lightweight. You know what I mean? I think CR's shit, and if you're watching this, you are shit, mate. Yeah, that's it.
Turned all slick Rick.
I knew I was coming, so I got the hair. Well, I knew I was coming, mate. So I got the hairspray out, didn't I? Also, I want a shout out to Mikey Sebastian Angel, my mate from Epsom. He's a strength and conditioning coach, and he's really up and coming. He's your Jorge Rubio's like right hand man. He's been working with him and Luke Campbell and that. So any pros around the area who's looking to go pro, that's your guy, yeah? Mikey Angel, give me a message.
While I've got you here, what did you think of the Joshua fight? Joshua Parker?
It wasn't what everyone thought it was going to be, was it? Let's be honest. But I think that is what always happens with them fights. That you think that's a nailed-on barn burner. It's not like, to be quite honest, it weren't like it was fucking Barrera and Morales. You know this is, or Gatti and Ward, where you know it's two people that are going to go at it. But if I'm honest, I thought that Joseph Parker would. You know, like, I thought he'd try and push it a bit more, and I thought he'd have let his hands go a bit more.
Disappointed in Joseph Parker?
Yeah, really, because listen, let's be honest. Like, Joshua was always the technically better fighter, and he beat Joseph Parker. You know, with his technicality, he outboxed him. Do you know what I mean? He didn't do a great deal, but he didn't have to. He done what he had to do. So. Parker was rubbish, mate, on the night. You know, not even rubbish. That's wrong. That's odd to say. I can't say nothing because he's a world champion, but I just don't think that he done himself justice on the night. Someone is supposed to be like an undefeated world champion, like he's a lion, ain't he? You know what I mean? But he just didn't do the business on the night. But you know, hopefully he'll learn from that and he'll come back and he'll be right. And also Canelo, he should be banned for life, mate. He should be banned for life. Canelo should never be able to box again, mate, because he's a drugs cheat and he's a junkie, mate. And Povetkin as well. He's a fucking no good cunt. He should be banned as well. Anyone that's found doing drugs, yeah, no matter what, they should be banned for life. You know, like, listen. Dillian different, yeah, because Dillian took a drink that you can buy over a counter. It was like a soft drink. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that, yeah. But anyone that's found taking drugs, mate, like that, whatever it is that he's been taking, that fucking Canelo and all that Mexican meat, that's a load of old bollocks, mate. He should be banned for life, and that Povetkin as well. And that, do you know what they should do? They should have their records torn up, so it's like they never even existed in boxing. They should be deleted off a box rec for life, yeah? Because that's wrong, mate. Do you know what I mean? It is wrong, isn't it? Let's be honest. I mean, it's fucking. I know you guys are like, you've got to stay sort of neutral on stuff like that, but drug cheats have got no fucking place in boxing, mate. They're fucking scumbags, mate. It should be done for attempted murder for doing stuff like that. That's all I've got to say on that situation.
We know the Canelo Golovkin fight's not going to take place, so who do you think will get the fight with Golovkin, if you know?
Who I want to get the fight with Golovkin is Billy Joe, because he would box the ears off Golovkin. But who knows who's going to get the fight? I mean,
so we know Spike O'Sullivan's in the mix.
Yeah, Spike could be a good one. I'd like to see Spike because I think Spike can whack a bit.
There's a young Mexican fighter that's 21 of those in the mix.
Benavidez, is that?
No, it's not Benavidez.
It's not Benavidez, is it? But give it to one of them boys. You know what I mean? Listen, they've got to give Billy Joe the right notice for that fight. You can't not give him the right notice for that. You've got to give him a proper camp. So I don't think Billy Joe will take it. Spike's the man. I'd give it to Spike. You know what I mean? Especially over there. There's like there's a big Irish contingent over there, ain't there? So I think Spike should get the fight, and I think he's not up there with Canelo technically, but he can punch. You know what I mean? So
I think the fact it's on Cinco de Mayo weekend will have some bearing on it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, of course it will. Yeah,
that's the reason they're
but listen, it's bullshit, really. Do you know what I mean? They should just a fight to fight. You know what I mean? Mexicans are going to turn up anyway to watch the fight. If it's a good fight, it's a good fight. And the Irish are like the Mexicans anyway, ain't they? Do you know what I mean? The Mexicans will go and support Irish. You know what I mean? They'll go out, they'll turn out for that fight. And either way, I think Spike could upset the odds, mate. He could, you never know, do you? If he lands clean, mate, you're in trouble. But the man to beat Canelo, the man to beat Triple G is fucking Billy Joe Saunders, mate. He's gonna school Triple G if they ever fight.
Thoughts on James DeGale coming back and winning his IBF title against Caleb Truax in revenge? What was your reaction to that?
Yeah, I didn't really see the fight, mate, if I'm honest. It was on like 4 o'clock in the morning or something, wasn't it? I watched the UFC and went to bed. But I thought, to be quite honest, I'm glad James DeGale won it back, because I don't think he had no right losing it to that guy in the first place, to be honest. No disrespect to Caleb Truax, but James DeGale was levels above him in terms of technicality. But Truax is like one of them awkward bastards, ain't he? He just comes and has a fight, but he's all over the place. Like, he sort of gets out of the way. His defence ain't too bad, so he was always going to give DeGale. I think it's just one of them things where he's met someone who was a bit of a bogeyman for him, if I'm honest. I'd like to see him I'd like to see DeGale now against the winner of Groves and Smith. After this Super 6 thing. Is it Super 6, ain't it?
World Boxing Super Series.
Yeah, World Boxing Super Series, yeah, that's it. I'd like to see the winner of Groves and Smith against DeGale. That'd be a good one.
I think it's interesting. We've got to see how that, obviously, Groves Smith plays out.
Yeah, it'd be good, mate.
Big final.
It will be good. It'll be good.
Anything you want to add before we disappear?
No, like I said, just thanks to my sponsors, A.J. Edwards and Sun Demolition. Also thanks to Fresh Medical, my mate Bradley Nervin, who's helped me out a little bit with sponsorship also. Just thanks to all the boys at the gym for keeping me in the gym. 12 rounds boxing in Clapham, and also to I forget what it's called now. I'm going to get murdered for it. But do you know what gym? Do you know the gym where Fight for Change is based? I forgot what it's called. So anyway, the Fight for Change gym, which is in Waterloo also. And like I said, Karina Hercock, get your managers to get in touch with MTK and we'll get it on if you can get past for the English title. So we'll do it.
So no more. Danny Cassius, Connor, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate
Team
it.
CC. Thank you.
3 rounds, 3 minutes, 3 fights.
Unbeaten fighters and major performance. I can't tell you how excited I am about this.